Soden, Austria. In the communal dining area of a remote Austrian apartment block, the temporary European home of America's best skiers, all eyes are on one person. A grizzled coach is cooing, then a middle-aged woman starts to make incomprehensible sing-song noises. Hearts are melting. This individual is extracting joyous toothy smiles from whoever enters the room. He is the 4-month-old son of two-time Olympic champion Ted Ligety, accompanying Dad on the road while the man the rest of the world knows as Dad the Shred goes to work on the slopes. "He's just sitting there, smiling, doing his own thing," says Ligety with a smitten look on his face. He didn't know it was possible to love something so much until baby Jax was born. Ligety, the 33-year-old great of the vertiginous slopes, still the youngest American male to win an Olympic alpine skiing gold medal, has the contented demeanor of a new father at ease with a life that has forever changed. He concedes he is a different person to the one who last competed nearly a year ago, before a back injury forced him under the surgeon's knife. He is softer, more emotional, more focused. "It's a different mindset, for sure, a different release," the 5-time giant slalom world champion says of fatherhood. "I feel I need to be on top of what I'm doing in training because I want to go home, so I'm definitely focusing more because of that. I'm not a very emotional person, but the most surprising thing for me is how having a kid softens you up, loving something so much, watching his little evolutions every day. The last couple of days he's been making oohing and ahhing noises. Every single day there's something new, which is really neat." The Utah native is speaking in the lobby of the apartments the U.S. ski team has been using as its base during preseason and the opening weeks of the 5th Ski World Cup season. The sleepy alpine village of Zwieselstein, the sort of place where a healthy tolerance of hairpin turns is required, will be home for Ligety, his wife Mia and Jax until the team moves 96 kilometers away, to a village near Innsbruck, when the season gets into full swing. Outside, on a crisp technicolor afternoon in a part of the world known as the Land in the Mountains, all is quiet. Only nature makes a sound in a place such as this. Autumn is changing the alpine trees into varying shades of brown, and dotted among the hazel, chocolate and caramel colored pines are wooden houses, a tiny church and a restaurant to feed the heart of skiing enthusiasts who will descend to this basin of the Otzo Valley over the winter. A river trickles through the village, continuing on its descent from the awe-inspiring mountains, and on a muddy track which leads to the U.S. team's modest-looking secluded block, a woman is pushing a pram. It is not an uncommon sight, not since the Americans set up camp here anyway. Sasha Rierick, the men's head coach, Forrest Carey, head technical coach, and skiers Steve Nyman and Andrew Weibrecht have also recently become parents. "We've got little mascots," Ligety chuckles. "Instead of having a team dog, we've a team of babies. It's fun. You can share the experience because others are going through the same things as well." But how do members of the team who aren't parents feel about the new additions to the party? "You'll have to ask them," he says with a shrug. "We're on the men's team and the boys aren't really all that curious. There's definitely not as much interest on the men's side as there is when you hang around with the women, they want to hold them more." The American is today dressed in casual sportswear, a baseball cap, socks and a pair of slide sandals complete his easygoing look. He seems utterly relaxed on the eve of what was supposed to be his first World Cup competition of the season. Less than 24 hours later, however, as the alpine fog rolled in, Ligety saw red when race organizers cancelled the men's giant slalom hours before the first run. Ligety voiced his disapproval on Twitter, hinting at a conspiracy. Baby Jax must wait a little longer, until November 26, for the Super G at Lake Louise, to watch Dad in action for the first time. The defending giant slalom Olympic champion, a winner of 25 World Cup races, has brought his family on the road because, he says, of the sadness he felt while training in New Zealand without them. He would speak to his wife daily on FaceTime, and wave and play up to his son on screen, but hearing second-hand tales of his newborn's latest gargles and babbles caused the heart to ache. "I left and he was a little dough ball, not holding his head up, and I came back and he's sitting up, looking at me, interacting," he says. "He'll be 1.5 next year, running around, that'll be a whole new challenge, for sure. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there." I can't imagine not having them on the road with me. Laggity is not the only father on the slopes. He can exchange tales of nappy chaw,